Oh my gosh, you're the cutest thing. It's like the pop-up, she goes live, and then it's like, she wins. Congratulations, darling. Hey there. Welcome in. Awesome. And hi, everybody. We're just waiting to get on the show, waiting for the Atelier Artisan Raid Train to raid into us. I'm Carmen. I'm the Gathered Crafter. Hey, Crafty and Crazy, welcome in. We're going to have a demo in a little bit. Island Girl Mick is going to come raid into us in just a little bit. So I'm kind of watching her on the other screen. Got one of her hats on, too. I'm going to surprise her. Earlier this morning, if you were on the demo train, Debbie had us kind of co-host at different times, and they had their hat on, and I'm like, I should have had my hat on too, so I went and grabbed it and put it on today. So we're going to start in just a little bit. If you have the French garden kit, if you're one of my late night crazy crafty crew and you already have the French garden kit, you can play along. We just need some brown paper bags and some paper for a signature inside. But I'm sorry, I was paying attention to Mickey. If not, I'm going to have the kits available later on today. They're already in my bin. You can pre-bid or you can bookmark in there for when they come live. I have the kit, the French garden kit, and then I have a little companion kit that's going with it to make the outer part of what we're doing today. So we're just waiting in here for a little bit. Say hi. We are on YouTube today, so what you see right now will be on YouTube, and you can replay it when you watch it. So, hope everyone's having a really good day today. We do have, you can go ahead right now and check the bins if you want to. If there's anything you're interested in there, have a lot of stuff loaded into the bin part. And then follow and bookmark my shows. I have one after the train is over, late night tonight. I usually come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, 23 inches around the crown. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm trying to talk and listen to her at the same time to see when she's going to come in. To bookmark my shows, we do a lot of crafts, do a lot of live demos. So this is kind of my sweet spot here. I like to do live demos with all my shows and all my in-person shows. Hey, Critter Chops. So that's kind of what we do. I also get into vintage collectibles too, and we do field trips. So we also do some shop with me's as well. So take a look at my schedule. It's all loaded in there for quite a few months. Have a lot of raid trains coming up too. So we're just waiting. Got another minute. Oh. Yeah, Debbie's wanting us to be on camera more for this train. So here I am. Hey, Ellie. So I'm going to surprise. This is actually Island Girl Mick is going to raid into us. This is one of her hats. It's a reversible hat. So I'm going to plug her right now because she doesn't know I'm wearing it. I'm going to surprise her right now. So here she comes. So, and then we have Yvonne Peterson afterward, and then tomorrow's a whole nother day of Atelier Artisan Raid Train. Make sure you're on the train tomorrow. Okay. Here she comes. Here she comes. Hey, Mickey and everybody on the train. Woohoo! I surprised you earlier today when we were co-hosting. I said, I should have had my bucket hat. So I have my bucket hat on today. This is Island Girl Mix. I love her hats. And seriously, I need to get you some strawberry fabric because I want a strawberry one. I'm not kidding. Hi, everybody. I'm Carmen, and I am the Gathered Crafter. So thanks for raiding in and joining us today. Aw, thank you. Half a heart because I'm holding the camera right now. That's why it's so jiggly before we start going. I decided to make sure I showed my face like Debbie wants us to. So yes, they are reversible. So you can turn it around. Oh, I wrote my hat. Let's see. You're going to go in the box. So I can reverse it. But yeah, they are reversible. So Island Girl Mick just raided into us. And
very versatile. She has adorable ones. She just made it. She just did a custom Star Wars hat that she sewed that was so cool that I thought was awesome. That I would love to have one if she had more. But definitely want to try to get a strawberry one from her. So thank you, Island Girl Mick, for coming in and rating. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'm Carmen, and I am the Gathered Crafter. And I want to thank Debbie, Daydreamer Debbie, for putting on the Artelier Artisan Raid Train. I am starting to become a regular on her raid trains, and I love it because it's so much fun. It's a really laid back. You get to kind of see our process and kind of work along with us. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you so much. So she does a lot of hers is a 2-day train. She's a one-woman show. So thank you, Debbie, for everything you do for us. So please make sure if you're not already following Daydreamer Debbie that you do. She's an amazing artisan. She's a clay sculptor. I love her dolls. And today she did some awesome flower pounding, and I want to try it. I wasn't able to get a kit. I want to get a kit from you because I missed it. I heard it, and I wasn't by my phone. I'm like, oh, I didn't get there in time, so I have to talk to you to get to get a kit because I want to try that. And I missed the first part with the alum, so I'll have to reach out to you. But thank you so much, Debbie, for everything you do with for us again. And she's gonna need some rest tonight for sure. So thanks again. This is Artelier Artisan Rain Train. I am the Gathered Crafter, and I am a late night crafter. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night or you are a night owl, come and check my shows out. They're usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then I pop up here and there. I'm in a lot of different trains as well. I mostly do live demos at the beginning, and then I do sell craft supplies and handmade items. So this is kind of my jam too. I love teaching. Teaching is at the core of me. I've been a teacher all my life, and so being able to share my love of crafts and teach, it's been awesome. Yes, I'm definitely a late night crafter. So if you are up in the middle of the night and don't know what to do, come and hang out with us. We have a lot of fun. Really good busy group. Everyone loves to chat in there, so make sure you go and check us out. Again, it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. My calendar is completely booked up right now, so go and check it out and bookmark. And we're gonna go ahead and start demoing. We've got actually, I'm going to do a giveaway first. First giveaway is going to be a followers giveaway, and I'll do a buyers giveaway at the end. Um, and it's going to be for some of my cards that I've created. So my postcards. So they just say postcard and Gathered Crafter on the back, but you can use these in your junk journals, scrapbooks, or just give a nice little note out to somebody you care about. So you're going to get these 3 postcards, and I make them in Canva. So I use clip art, but then I also collage it. So you won't see this exact makeup of it of these in Canva, just with me. So I'm going to go ahead and run that. Not edit. I pressed the wrong button. I always press the wrong button. Why is it not letting me do it? That's weird. My computer is not connected to the show. Now it is. Okay. So let's see. Now we can start it. So the giveaway is going to go start for this. We're going to start working on our demo. So thanks, Debbie. It comes and goes. I haven't been feeling super great. Today was kind of, but hanging in there. So thank you. This is the start of what we're going to make. We're going to make a folio. We're also going to use a kit. There's going to be a signature in here and some pockets. So this is just the start of it. All of this piece is going to be a companion kit or just a kit on its own that I'll show later. But we're going to make a paperbag journal, and we're going to use this French garden ephemera kit that I have that has a lot of washi tape and different little vellums and scrapbook pages, papers, and stamps, and play with that today. So that's what we're going to do. So while that givey is going, I'm going to move the camera up and switch it around so that you can see what we're making today. All right, and I've got a big jumbled mess up here already. I'm trying to pull everything. As I started thinking, I know there's we do get a lot of newer crafters or new to stamping too. So that's been something that I've been kind of working with a lot lately too. I'm a rubber stamp person I'm a paper crafter from a long time ago. I've been doing paper crafts. I always end up coming back to paper crafts. I've painted, I've done clay sculpting, I crochet, I do all the things. See, yep, so does Mickey. Um, but I always go back to paper crafting. And so right now I'm in my paper craft jam again with junk journaling. And so junk journaling is a big thing we do on Mondays usually. And then the rest of the week we do all kinds of other crafts. But since junk journaling is kind of my jam right now, I thought we would go ahead and make a book. Oh, Critter Chops, thank you. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, and if you don't follow Critter Chops, you need to too, because he has awesome, as he would call it, crap or crafts stuff for us too. So if if you're looking in for some good deals and a fun, um, entertaining time on Saturdays, definitely go check out Critter Chops. He's a cool dude. So thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you so much. Um, well, let's get started. I started thinking about this. How can we? I get a lot of a mix. I get a big group of experienced crafters and new crafters in my show, which is kind of cool. Sometimes there's new moms that come in that are up in the middle of the night with their babies and they come and watch and they want to try junk journaling and they want to try stamping, but they haven't done it yet. So I thought this would be kind of a mix to do today. Good for any level, but we're going to work with a little, if hopefully we have time today to actually work with some stamping to create your own images in paper. I was trying to stay within the confines of that one kit because I also have friends that have that kit already. Thanks for the follow. And we're going to try to do a bunch of different little things and we'll see how it goes today. But this is made out of 2 paper bags. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we're going to start building it together, sewing in a signature, and then doing some stamping to create the bases on the inside, in these inside pockets here. So let's go ahead and start. These papers are kind of matching the kit, and I'll show you the kit later, but we're just going to play right now. And I remember this morning Debbie asked, do I have a sample of what I'm going to be doing today? And I was like, I don't have a sample of what I'm doing today, but I do have a sample of my journal. So I showed that. It's because this one I really like to just play and see what comes up. I know Mickey was talking about how we don't always have to be rigid, and sometimes it's fun to just play and see what happens. And sometimes we don't let ourselves do that. So that's why I had the idea for the book and what I wanted to do with it to incorporate the kit, but I did not complete it all the way because I wanted to just kind of see where it went and maybe get some help from all of you along the way. Because that's what we do. That's what we do on my shows. So we're gonna start, and this is not yes, getting the giveaway. It's going to be for these 3 postcards. Actually, yep, these three postcards. Also, I'm obsessed with strawberries. If you don't know me yet, you'll find that out. Pink and strawberries. And I saw Mickey caught me in my strawberry shortcake shirt earlier today. She knows I was wearing it. I'm just kind of clearing the area. So again, thank you, Daydreamer Debbie, for conducting the train. Thank you, Island Girl Mick. That's who's going to win the postcards. Debbie, you won the postcards. Yay, I get to send these to you. So these are going out to you. Yay. That worked out perfectly. Asking thank you, and then she got them. Awesome. All right. So again, thank you, Daydreamer Debbie. We appreciate you so much and everything you do for us. Island Girl Mick, you're awesome. You're amazing. I just love watching you do sewing things and all the things, and want to get my sewing machine out again to sew. So, and I did. I uncovered it, Mickey. I uncovered it. So I'm going to start sewing again. So that's kind of exciting. And then we're going to read into Yvonne S. Peterson. She's awesome too. She shows a lot of awesome items. So I can't wait to see what she has in store for us. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks so much. So let's go ahead and get started. The bag itself is pretty easy, and this is not my design. This is just, I was out Pinterest surfing and found this one a while back. But you're going to need 2 lunch sacks. Great time of year to buy lunch sacks. So that's all you need. And it could be any color. We're just working with the brown color. Hey, Kim, how are you? And what we're going to do is for one of the sacks, we're going to cut it at 8 inches and keep the flap, the bottom flap. The second one, we're going to cut at 6 inches and take away the flap. We may use these later. I'll see how I'm feeling and what it's looking like as we go on. But the base of the book is just an 8-inch piece with the flap and a 6-inch piece without the flap. And again, this is on my YouTube channel, The Gathered Crafter. So you'll be able to have this later on to follow along. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. On this one, I don't tend to pre-cut things, so although it's quite hilarious seeing me try to craft in this box. So let's see, we're going to cut this one down to 8 with the flap, so we've got that. And then we're going to cut the other one down to 6 without the flap. We are making a brown bag journal. How are you today, Ethel? Yeah, we're going to use the French garden kit. And I'll show everybody in a little bit what I'm talking about. But I do have a kit that has all these different, I'll let you peek right now. And I do still have some available. But, yep, I'm doing well. Getting better, feeling better. But it has all these different papers, and the theme is like a garden. And I called it a French garden because it has this really cute washi tape that it comes with that has like different French perfumes. So I ended up calling it French Garden. But it's a kit that has all these different papers and vellums and actually some rubber stamps we're going to use. It's got some little flake stickers and different ephemera journal pieces, even some dried flowers, sticky pad, sticker stamps, and some die cuts and other stickers in it. So, and then some cling stamps. So we're going to be trying to incorporate all this into the book. But all the pieces, when I first did it, I thought, well, the pieces are too small, so we need some base pieces. So I actually printed out some images that kind of go with it too. So that's a separate little kit that I'll have in there to go with it. But to make the bag or the journal base, we're going to go ahead and open up the bags and we're going to flatten them out. So you've got this gusset. We're going to pop the gusset out and we're going to use the folds that we have already. We're just going to turn them out. So this middle fold, we're going to fold outward. And then on these diagonals, we're also going to fold outward. So this one takes a little bit of finagling, but it will eventually pop out. So start with flattening the sides, and that kind of helps guide this flap to come down. Let's see, then we can just start pushing that down, and there we go. There's our first flap, first part of our book. This is going to be the top cover. Let me see, I'll show you again. This is what we're going for, is this kind of little, like a trapezoid look, and then flipping it. So we're just making the cover right now. Okay. And then on the second piece, this one's a lot easier because you don't have that flap to work with. We're going to flip this out. Okay, now we're going to glue this together. So you're just going to, right on the edge of the 6-inch piece, I use the part that has a little divot so it's not shown anymore. I'm going to glue it. I'm going to tuck it inside the 8-inch piece, and I'm going to glue it in. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue. This is one of my favorite glues. And I'm first going to make a line of glue on the bottom part. And then I'm going to tuck this in. And not just enough to cover that little notch piece. Make sure that it's straight so that you don't have too much in there on one side and not on the other. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to take the glue again and glue this on top of this piece. So you can see. Just double check it to see if you can see. And then we're going to glue that. So there is the base. We're going to glue this flap down too. So we're going to make, we're just going to cover this with some paper. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. There we go. Now that way that isn't flopping around in our way. Welcome in. Hey Maritza. Hey Susan. Okay, so now we have this down. Oh, thank you for getting one of the matchbook folio kits. I have a lot of kits. Kits are something I love to make. And so there's sewing kits, there's paper kits. Actually, I probably should go ahead and I'm going to take these off auction and make them buy it now if anyone's interested. So I do have this floral kit and I have the papers. So that one is in there. So there's a floral kit, and just look up kit and you'll see all my kits. Basically. That's embarrassing. Thanks, Mickey, for getting something. So this, we folded it over. So we've glued that flap down. We've folded it over, and now we're going to fold this side just inside the fold. So we don't want it to crunch when we fold things. So just a little bit shy of that fold in there. And we're going to fold that down. And there we have the base of our journal. So now I'm going to pull, let's see, in the floral kit, and this kit you can use with or without the other piece. I'm trying to see what all papers I have here. So we're going to use this as a signature. So there's some vintage paper in there. There's some white paper that I want to distress. I cannot find my vintage photo ink though, so I was freaking out this a little while ago. So I might use something different. Then you get nice. Good, Holly. Some little golden books. Yeah, we do little golden book journals too. I'm gonna have to pull it out of my sample. I have two one-sided pieces in my sample. Boys, can one of you give me the papers on the printer, please? My boys are down here, and they're good helpers. There we go. These are the two pieces. So there's these single-sided pieces of print. We're going to cut these in half, and we're going to use these to cover the outsides of the book. Oh, cool, Holly. Yeah, those are fun to pull apart too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half. I'm actually just going to do it really fast here. It'll take me longer to do it in the box than it would just right here on the side. So here we go. Thank you so much. So just cutting them in half. And they are duplicates. So if you do get this and you look like, hey, they're the same single-sided page, that was intentional. And I'll show you in a minute why. Okay, we're gonna have to do some trimming too. But what I want to do, let me get my sample again so you can see, is we're going to use the same image here as we do here. I went a little too crazy with my distress spray on this one, but so that it looks like it's a continuous flow of the picture, and that's why you have duplicates. So let's see, we're going to take. So I'm going to take one of the larger clock and one of the smaller clock. Let's see, this time. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to decide which one I want else. I think I still want the more florals on the tab. Thanks, Debbie. I just saw your message. So what I'm going to do, and here's a little trick. I'm going to take, because I want to work on the back of it. I don't want to work on the front of it. So I'm putting the two faces of the book together. I'm going to put them here in the back. And I'm going to trace it. This way I don't have to measure anything. Awesome. Thanks, Debbie. So now I've got both of those papers here. I'm just trying to do them both at the same time. And I'm going to cut in about maybe 1/8 of an inch from the inside of the line. Because I want a little bit of border of that brown sack. And we'll play with this a little bit as we go here. So now I've got these. This one facing down is going to be my inside, and this one facing up is going to be my outside. And just kind of eyeballing it. It's still a little bit bigger than I want, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down another 1/8 on each side. Come in, everybody. And we will have a buyer's giveaway. The giveaway is going to be the journal I'm making right now for the buyer's giveaway. See, there's better. So now I've got some of the, oh my goodness, my throat. Some of my bag showing. And just going to add glue to the edges and scribble it on its own. My glue has been acting up. It's being fussy today. It has moods. Some days it wants to work. Some days it does not. And center that down. You know what, I just thought I should have inked it earlier. I should have inked it before I put it down. So we'll do that with the rest of them. I always do that. I always forget. But if you forget, it's okay. Yeah, I always forget to ink it until I've got it down and I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, I should have done that earlier. But, oh well, just ink it now. I'm just trying to, I'm at odds about what color I want to use. I think I'm going to use I wanted to use my chocolate chip stamp pad from Stampin' Up, but it's in my closet of no return. And if you know about my closet of no return, sometimes I almost opened it up today and I thought, no, I don't want to do it right now. So I'm going to use my distress spray that I have over here and just put some on a plate and then kind of tap my brush into it. So if you don't have every supply, it's okay. Think about what you do have and think a little bit out of the box and how you can help, what other ways you can use it. This side just a little too big, so I'm just trimming it down a little bit. Yeah, you don't have to have all the bells and whistles. Is it fun to have all the bells and whistles? Yes, it is. But when you're in a pinch or you're on a budget, just think out of the box. Yep, exactly, Mickey. If you think about it for a little bit, you've got something. There's got to be something there that'll work. And I did it again. I didn't distress it. That's okay. We'll just do it afterward. And I kept going back and forth. Do I want it brown? Do I want it vintage? I wouldn't even know where I know. Exactly. That's my situation. I have some of the bells and whistles, but all my bells and whistles are stuck in the closet and I can't get to them. So then I just revert back to what I've got in front of me. Oh my gosh. I need a new pin for my a new needle tip, I think, or just a new bottle. But I love this glue. There we go. Now we're going to glue that down. Yes, we did the bee kit last week. So if you missed that one, we made a folio for all of the pieces in it. I got it right here. And it can also work as a book. So this was one. This is on YouTube as well. So this was for another kit that we had. And we created a folio for it and stuck everything in here. You can put all that goodies and stickers and stuff it came with in the pockets and then decorate the pages. So I think I'm going to do that for all my kits because it looks prettier like this than in the box that it comes in. And we'll probably do more with that too. Okay, now I'm going to use these. Yep, look it up. It's I can't that. Ugh. I hope it's on YouTube because there was one demo last week that did not end up showing up. I hope that's not the one. Okay, now this one, I'm just going to kind of eyeball. These are for the insides. So now I'm going to use the other two halves of the paper that are the same as this. I'm going to make sure that I'm using this one that matches this so it kind of lines up with the image like that. Once I have it where I want it, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to kind of just a guide, mark a line here that I know I want. I can't go, I have to be inside that line. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim it down. I'm actually going to trim this down with the paper. I do want it to be straight. So I'm going to bring it in. Let's see, that line marks it at 4 and 7/8. So I'm going to bring it in about 1/4 inch. So we're looking at 4 and 5/8. Because I still want that little piece on the side. And I'm going to trim down the top and the bottom just a little 1/8 of an inch again, just so I can have that border on the top and bottom. I hope everyone's had a fun day, been able to hang out on the train. Like Vicky said, the three of us at the end are usually at the end because we work, but I was able to pop in every once in a while and there was so much fun stuff going on. It's always fun to see what everybody does. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and no, there's so much more happening the next or tomorrow too. Yes, working and lurking. I had meetings today though. I think Yvonne said that too. I was in there when Yvonne said I had meetings I couldn't watch. Yeah, and I was like, me too. It was like right when you said that I had finished my last meeting, and yeah, it was a meeting day today. And tomorrow I should be able to work and lurk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I logged in early so that I could make sure I was off on time. I work from home, so I'm very lucky to be able to. Yep. I know I panicked because I had one meeting and I couldn't remember what time Debbie was going on, and I really wanted to see the flower pounding, so I I got in there like I missed the first part. I got to see like 40 minutes of it. Oh my gosh. My glue is not wanting to glue. Sometimes I have so much trouble with this little bottle, but I will fight with it because I love this glue. Paper to paper. This is my favorite glue. Fabric to paper or fabric to fabric. I like fabric tack. That's just, I think, a lot of us in here. I might just need more glue in here. Yes. I know I got to see after, I didn't get to see the prep part, but I got to see the pounding and then the reveal, which was very cool. Okay, how are we doing on time? Oh, we're halfway point here. And then we're going to be raiding into Yvonne. I can't wait to see what you have in store today. Oh, yes, I did see that. That was Petra, Red Rock Creations. I forgot about that thing until I saw it because I remember when everyone was first showing it. I'm like, I want that thing. Yeah, I do. I want one of those too. I completely forgot about it until she showed it again today. It was very neat, Debbie, to see your sister on today. That was really cool. So there we go. A little off, but that's okay. You can kind of see the flow of that. So now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the back. I'm going to use that other half. And again, it's a little bit bigger. That's good. You know, crafting always helps. It's stress relief. I know it's stress relief for me. See, I want some of this brown on here, so I'm actually going to cut the flower. And we're going to cut it down to like 4 3/4. Oh, it looks like so much. But I do want the... I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut off some off the bottom. Go. This is up to you how much you want. I'm showing around the edges. And we're going to fight with the glue again. Oh, maybe I just wasn't pressing hard enough. I don't know. It's always fun to do this. I enjoy demo time because it's the only time I get to craft. It gives me a chance to create. I originally got on what not to destash, and I think I've just stashed one box of paper. Like all my solid cardstock is gone. I need to actually get more. But everything else, I've like grown my supplies now because of all my whatnot friends that I support. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm just supporting my whatnot friends. Yep. Oh my gosh, this glue. I'm gonna have to grab my fabric tack, I think, for the rest of it. You can use dry run glue too. The liquid glue is gonna stick a little long. It's going to last longer. Aw. Yeah, we all end up like trading or sharing is what we end up doing with each other. Okay, so here we go. The covers are done. Again, I did not distress it yet, so now I'm going to distress it. I keep going back and forth. I can't find my vintage photo. But I have... Okay, I'll let you help me. I have I have with me, I can like spray this on a I have a styrofoam plate with me that I use as my palette all the time. So I have this that I could spray on the plate and then use it to brown the edges so it stays the brown. We could use this amber, which actually kind of looks like vintage photo when I tested it out earlier. Or I have flamingo pink or green. I'll let you all decide. One of you is going to win this. So, what should we do? The yellow? Okay, Mickey's the first one to say it. So, yellow it is. And it's actually easier because when I tried to do the when I tried to use the brown, I mean it works. Let me clean out my little scrap paper here. It works, but it's messy. And yes, I use my blender brush because my distress brushes are in that closet. I'm just gonna add a little bit to the edges. Let's get the edges a little bit distressed here, highlighted. And when I do, I try to go in the corner and then blend my way out. I just like the look of that. It kind of looks more like the way paper ages. Hi, Debbie. Okay, so keep working on it. That's good. I'm glad you said hello. Yes, that's actually a story of mine. Um, it's a word of caution, I guess. It's a cautionary tale about when you accidentally wipe out. One time I was it was spring break. The kids, I took them over to a trading card game store, so they were looking at the cards. I was sitting down at one of the tables and watching Whatnot and watching one of the shows someone was in. We were in. I was just watching one of the craft shows, and somebody said something funny, and I started laughing, and it ended up in a series of crazy events. So I'm laughing. I got up for some reason. My purse got caught on the table. The phone fell out. I made a huge noise because I was stuck. And the boys are now staring at me. The owner of the card store is staring at me. And I'm just kind of giggling at that point. So that's what triggered a giggle. And if you've hung out with me, you know I just need some little trigger for a giggle, and it kind of goes downhill from there. And I'm like in hysterics for really silly reasons after that. So I was giggling because of all that had happened. And then when I picked up my phone, I accidentally swiped out. And I swiped into another show. I'm like, oh no. And I'm trying to swipe back in. And before I could hear it do that, I hear, hello, gathered crafter. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh no. It's like, okay. Because now I want to stay in there because I caught it. I try to stay in there and say hi for a little bit. So I said hello, but it autocorrect to help. So I see this and I'm like, oh no. So I'm getting ready to type, oh, sorry, that was a typo. I meant help. And all of a sudden, um, yes, I know about it. Incognito. I actually used it the other day when I wasn't feeling well. Um, um, so I'm in there. She's like, oh my gosh, does anyone know Gathered Crafter? She's asking for help. Is she okay? Does anyone know her? And I was like, at this point, I'm in hysterical laughter. Um, yeah, I kind of like the incognito feature now. Um, I'm in hysterical laughter now. Tears are rolling down my face. I can't stop laughing enough to tell her, sorry, it's a typo. And the boys are looking at me like I've lost my mind because I usually only get slap happy laughter like that when we're at home. And I'm like in hysterics. And this poor girl, sweetest thing. I wish it was so bad. I did not, I don't remember who it was because I was like partly embarrassed and partly in hysterics at the same time. And so she's like, "Oh my gosh, are you all right? Does anyone know her? Someone take her? Is she okay?" And finally, I was like, "Okay." I finally calmed down enough after about 5 minutes of laughter, and like, I mean, like I'm sobbing. I'm laughing so hard, and so I finally could gain my composure, and I say, "I'm sorry, that was a typo. I meant to say hello." And then all of a sudden, there was like this pause. There was no sound. And then she busted out laughing. So then I started laughing again. And we were both like, we couldn't hear each other, but we were both laughing hysterically together for another good 5 minutes. And then she went into her show, and I felt like I had to stay in her show and hang out because. Because all that concern she had for me. So that's my cautionary tale: is just be careful if you swipe out, make sure you check for typos or not that. Yeah, I was stuck. So I'm like, okay. And she was selling rocks. And so rocks are cool. It's just not my thing. But I sat and watched and learned a little bit about the geodes that she had and the gems she had. So it was very interesting. So I sat in and I listened about rocks for a while. So just if you swipe out and you want to say hello and you're greeted in there, just make sure it says hello and not help before you press send. And that's my cautionary tale. This is fossilized amber. So I thought it looks good. I thought it was closer to. I usually use vintage photo, but I can't find it right now. I know I remember grabbing. It's one of those things where I put it in my safe place and I can't find my safe place. I do that a lot. I'm just gonna clean it off in case we use it again for something else. Okay, so the outside is done. I am going to try to spray it up, but I'm not going to be so heavy-handed with it. This is Distress Oxide in ground espresso. And I tend to do this all the time. So if you ever get anything with a big splat, you'll know that it was my first spray, and I forgot that I need to kind of like swipe it in the air with it. I had that happen to me at work. I actually had that happen to me at work, and somebody had messaged me to say hello, and that it came out like that. And so I was dying laughing when it happened, and I didn't say anything to her. I just kind of went with it. But then a friend of mine and I, like took it to this extreme. Yes, this is available. Oh, it's already time. Um, Alexa, stop. I put them in my buy it now. I'll go ahead and pin it. Um, this is there's a fly bug in me. The pieces that I've done right now is actually called the I think it's floral kit. Let me look it up. I have a lot of kits. So looking up kit. Oh no. I just swiped myself out of the show. So this one, oh, let's see. It's the floral paper bag. This part is the floral paper bag journal kit. I turned around. Hi, Queen. I didn't see you sneak in. And then I see your comment right now about a butt pillow. And I'm like, what? Are you hurting, Missy? I'm sorry to hear that. So this piece that we just did is the paper bag journal kit. So you get 2 bags. You get 2 single-sided, and I used them already. Where are they? You get the 2 single-sided pieces of paper that I used to cover with the little watches. I'm trying to grab it here. The voice grabbed for me on the printer. So you're getting 2 single-sided pieces here, and then you get 2 double-sided to add into the signature that we're going to do right now. Plus you get 2 white pieces of paper, which we're going to distress, and then a full sheet of vintage music. So that's in this paper kit. Once we get into the decorating, that's going to be the floral garden kit that we're the bigger kit with all the fun ephemera pieces to decorate the pages. Hey! Oh, what doesn't she do? Thank you so much for raiding into us. We're actually on a raid train. Um, Everybody, if you are not following What Doesn't She Do, please do. What doesn't she do? She is amazing. She does some really beautiful junk journaling and has a lot of creative ideas. And so if whether you're new or you've been around for a while, please go and follow and bookmark her. I was inspired by her the other day. She did this really cool you don't do wire wrapping. That's the one thing she doesn't do. Okay. I do know she knows her junk journals, and so she's one of our junk journaler friends. And she had this awesome idea about using. Yes, I do get inspired by you. The other day when you used I love using junk jewelry in my stuff, but as like brooches and pins. But she used it as a clip on the side of a book the other day, and I'm like, it just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do that now. It was so cute. So definitely check her out. She does morning shows most of the time. Um, When's your next show? You did? Oh, very cool. Yeah, I always catch her in the mornings. So definitely, how fun. Golden Girls. So definitely check her out. She does a lot of handmade journals. She does custom journals too. So check out her show, and thank you so much for the raid. Oh, you have a raid train Saturday. Awesome. So I'm going to mix up my papers right now. We are working on a junk journal kit, and I'm probably going to have to finish this in my show after the train again. I'm a late night crafter, and so yes, that's what I usually watch is your coffee and create and co-host. So I'm just going to take my papers and fold them in half. I'm also going to incorporate this music sheet. And yes, it's bigger, but that's okay. And so I don't waste the rest of this paper. I'm going to line it up on the bottom here. So it's all lined up right here at the bottom. And then I'm going to rip it. I'm going to end up ripping all these pages. I like that ripped look. And I'm okay if it hangs out. Rip this. You could get a straight edge and lay it down and rip it too, but my straight edge is like a silicone ruler. I don't have one yet. So now it fits in there. I'm going to put that as the middle. So now we are actually going to sew this in. Because of time, I'm going to sew it in. Notice it's bigger. I'm going to eventually, you can trim these down or you can rip them. I'm probably going to rip them because I want that edged look, but I'm going to sew it first so that we can show that because we have 10 minutes. And usually I recommend, I'm going to do a really fast version of this. Let's see. I think we're going to use yellow. Want to use that yellow? It's too bright. Is that too bright? Oh no, is that too bright? That might be too bright. All right, Debbie. So I'm going to get my awl. I thought I had it here already. I do. And I'm doing this super fast. If you want to see the longer way and the way that you're not going to make as many flub ups, come hang out with me on one of my shows or watch one of my videos on YouTube. I do this quite often. Actually, I'm going to be good. I'm going to put the binder clips down. This helps it. These are kind of overkill. Like you could use paper clips for this too if you don't have the binder clips because it's such a thin signature. But if you have thicker signatures, you want to use binder clips. And thank you everyone for hanging out tonight. And make sure to bookmark my shows. We're going to continue this late night crafting and finish this up. And this is actually the buyer's giveaway. So last call, if anyone wants to get in for this, when it is finished and decorated tonight, it will be going off to the winner of the giveaway tonight in just a few minutes. Okay, so I usually have a box that I work underneath. Just because it's easier. That way it's off the table. You're not jabbing into your hand. You're not jabbing into your table. It's safe. I'm going to go ahead and fold up my little kit here. I don't know where my hollow one is. I have one that's empty that I use, but we're going to use up this today anyway. So do a hole in the middle. Thank you, Deborah Roses. Thanks so much. And do one from the inch, like about an inch in from the side, one side, and then another inch in from the other. And then we're going to get our, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. I had pink. Now I have everything all over the place. Of course. What about gold? Let's use gold. I have embroidery floss with me everywhere, all the time, because I use it a lot to bind things. You can use it to bind books, to make the bookmarks. I make bookmarks with them. Thanks, Debbie. I'm gonna I'm measuring about a generous 3 times the length of the book to stitch it. If you want to have beadwork or tie on the outside and do some pretty work with it, I would do 6 to 7 times, maybe 8 times the length of your book. That way you know you have plenty to work with for beadwork on the outside. Let's see. Yep, I did. I'm going to get my tapestry needle. And I want one of those needles that Jill had this morning. I did get to see Jill this morning doing her beautiful seed bead work. And I want one of those needles that she just opened and it was just opened and plopped the thread in. That was awesome. Okay, we are at 5:55, so is last call on getting in there. Someone's going to get this book. I'm going to finish it tonight, and someone's going to get this book as their duty. So I'm going to bring it in. I'm doing the tails on the inside. So I'm going to tack it down just so it doesn't move on me. I'm going to go through the back, up the one side here. We're going to kind of make a figure 8. Ooh, that's cool. Then you're going to go down the middle. Hey, Red Rock. And then you're going to come up to the other end. And go back down the middle so you've completed that figure 8. And you're also making sure that you don't catch your thread as you're doing this. Because it won't allow you to adjust and tighten afterward. Then you're going to come back up the top again, but this time we're going to finish it off so we get the tails in the have another tail to tie off. So we're going to jump all the way over to the other end, and this is going to let that loose a little bit and loosen this. Let's see how we're doing on time. Just got a little bit of time here. I'm going to have to adjust. I have too much of a tail coming out, so I got to loosen it up. See, that's what the nice thing is. If you don't catch the embroidery floss, you can keep some of it loose. There we go. I'm going to have to restring it. Hello. There we go. And bring it through. Then you're going to bring it through the middle, and you're going to want it to be on the opposite side of that other tail. Ooh, 3 minutes. You're going to tighten it. And then do, for this size of a journal, you do 2 knots. If you do a thicker one, I would do 3 or 4, depending on the thickness of the signature, because you want it to be in there nice and tight. And then trim that off. Oh, where are my scissors? And that's sewn in. So there's that signature. See, I'm going to go ahead and run this. Gibby, so get in. Oh, there it is. The giveaway started. If you're a buyer, thank you so much. And get into the Gibby. So we have the signature in now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip these because I want that distress look. I'm just going to rip my papers. I'm going to ink them up. I want them peeking just a little bit out. So I'm just going to keep ripping until I get my paper the way I want it. Let it go another minute. And we can adjust this. There's a lot of papers in there. Again, if you have a straight edge, you could make it a little bit straighter. I like the jaggedy edge pieces too, so I don't want it to be perfect. So, yeah, we still have more. I'll keep going. I'm trying to rush. I'm going to go ahead and run that Gibby. Oh, I can't rip the pages. But you get the point. There we go. We got all of them done. I like all that fluff there on the edge because this one I'm not going to be able to add a lot of trim or pom-poms to. So let's go ahead and run that Gibby and see who's going to get this book. Later on, I'm going to finish and decorate it with what's inside this kit. Mickey, you won it! You're going to get this. So I'll finish this tonight, and you're going to get it. So the next steps are going to be to cover the inside. I was going to do some stamping. So if you want to see this after the train, come hang out with me tonight, and you'll get to see how I finish this. And I'll be on after the train. So I'm going to continue to ride the train on the way out. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, Mickey. And thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Daydreamer Debbie. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, everybody that's been on the train. We're going to go and, thanks, Petra. We're going to go and raid into Yvonne now and see what she's up to. And I'll see you later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. Why is she not coming up for me? There she is. Select. And here we go. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. I was going to start my spiel